Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace your driver's seat switch on a 7th-gen Nissan Maxima 2009 to 2014. So let me show you what's going on with mine for the reason I'm replacing it. So this is the switch I'm talking about that's on the driver's side. And this is a 2011 Maxima. So when I turn the, do I got the keys? Oh, hold on. I got the key. All right, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to start the car, but if I put the car into on, it has a memory seat option. So the steering wheel came down, but my seat didn't move forward. So the way I'm diagnosing it is it's immediately, this works whenever it decides to work. So I know it's not the motor. I think it has something to do with the switch. So I went to my local salvage yard. I pulled this from a 2014 Nissan Maxima. So I'm assuming this is what's the issue because the motor works. I know that for a fact because if the motor didn't work at all, this wouldn't be moving or working like it's supposed to every now and then. So it's not the motor. I could knock that out the park because if it was the motor, it wouldn't work at all. So I'm assuming it has something to do with this. So what you are going to need is a pry tool, or you can use a flathead screwdriver, and that's pretty much it. Now, one thing I do got a question is, you see these two tabs right here? That's supposed to be for screws. Now, the 2014 Maxima I pulled this from didn't have screws, and it doesn't look like it ever had screws because you would have seen markings on it. So I'm not sure why they made those if there ain't no screws, but we're gonna see on this because I'm pretty sure this never been removed before. So I'm gonna set it on the tripod and then we're gonna begin taking this seat apart. Before we gain access to it, we gotta remove these two knobs. Well, I could say knobs. So just get behind it. Be careful, that way you ain't scarring up or scratching this panel. So I'm carefully getting behind it and I'm gonna pull it off. So it's held by two right there, and then this one's held by two as well. So the way I'm gonna move that one is go behind it in the middle. I'm gonna pull with my hand and then use the flathead to kind of put pressure behind it to pull out to make it easier. So there you go. So as you see, I didn't scratch it up or anything. I was able to remove it with no hassle. So now here's the tricky part. Now this is held by a couple metal retainer clips per se. So you gotta carefully pry this out off the driver's seat without breaking the tabs that's hidden behind it. So let me zoom you out. So what I'm doing, oh, it's kind of loose. Or it could be the cushion. No, this tab is broken. All right, so that messes up what I just said. But anyways, just get behind it, and then you just want to pull towards you. And then the one up here, you want to pull it towards the front. There's a really high chance of breaking the clips because these are meant to be installed, not to be removed and reinstalled. So there is chances you will break the clip like that one that's on the side. But I'm gonna do my best to try to get all that off without breaking anything. So I'm gonna do this. Alright, got that off. And now the back portion, we don't have to worry about taking that off because we could just hold it like this and then disconnect it. So I got y'all laying down on the driver's seat. So there's 4 clips, 1, 2, and then 2 at the bottom. The 2 at the bottom you don't really have to worry about. As long as you get the top free, you're able to pull it out. So just get underneath here. Be careful, don't apply too much pressure, and just pull it outwards, as so. And then repeat the same thing for the other side. That's so. And then the bottom will pop out automatically. Now this side is not coming off too well. Not sure why. There we go. It's just stuck, just needed a little bit of pressure. So now we're gonna push down on this. Tab. My fingers is too big, so I'm gonna have to use this flathead. So I'm gonna push down and take that out. And then we're gonna get our new to me switch, pop it in. And then you wanna put 1, 2, just sit them back in the slots, you see. So just set the bottom down into where they're supposed to go, and make sure these go into their holes. So just line them up, push it into place, and then that's done. And then these, just kind of do your best to line them in the middle of these, and they'll lock into place. So see, I'm pulling this one back, line it up, then push in. So that's locked now. This one is gonna be kind of hard. I gotta move the cushion to see where it's at. Then pop that into place. So this clip is broken. So that's pretty much tight again, but this side is loose. But I ain't worried about it. I'll replace these in a later video. And then to put these back on, just line these into the hose and push. All right, see, that's working. All right, and then lastly, same thing. Just put them onto here, push in. You hear it lock into place. So yeah, so it was the switch. You see the seats moving. So if you're having the same issue with the seat, it's this piece. This is the cheapest option. Like I said, go to your local salvage yard and get another one. If you replace it and it's still moving, it ain't stopping. So if yours is doing the same thing that mine do, it's cut first, diagnose, change the switch. If change the switch, it still doesn't work, it could be the motor in the seat that's going bad, which is a little bit on the expensive side, especially if you get it brand new from Nissan. I'm not a big fan of used parts. I like getting brand new parts. But I just wanted to test this because I didn't want to sit there and go spend a ton of money on a brand new one from Nissan, and then it didn't work, and then that was a waste of money. So this was the least expensive option. So that does tell me that this was pretty much failing. So probably short circuit or whatever the case is, but the seat is working now. So I'm happy. Let's test that. Turn the car off and then let's see. Yep, the seat moves up while that goes down. So it is working. So in my case, it was the switch going bad, because it's working now perfectly fine. But that's how you replace your driver switch on the 7th Gen Nissan Maxima 2009, 2014. That's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.